Most important thing about like changing your life, or when it comes to changing your life, is like believing that you can, like you can hear somebody speak really highly about their life and say that things are going really great and everything's all unfolding and it's all working out for them and like it feels really magical for them in their world, right? And you can look at that and say like, yeah, of course you can, because you have this and this, or you don't have this and this, you've got more time, or like blah blah blah, whatever it is, right? Whatever resource that you think that is unavailable for you, it's like they have all the resources you need or would love to have in order to do X, Y, and Z. So of course they can and you can't, right? But that's just an excuse. Or you could like listen to somebody talk great about their life and how everything's going well and say, you know what, like maybe that's possible for me too, right? Like maybe that could be true for me in my world too. And like just by like being in their energy and believing them, you know what I'm saying, when they say that life is good, and saying like, yeah, you know what, like it is pretty good, isn't it? It's not all that bad after all. And it's just like little bitty tweaks, like little bitty mini shifts. And like, because if you like wholeheartedly believe that life sucks, it's going to be really hard for you to get from this like low vibrational frequency of my life sucks to way up here where life is grand. So it's like all about like inching up just little by little. And you can't do that by like making the statement like life is good when you like wholeheartedly don't believe that or feel that way. But you can kind of start to shift by saying like maybe it's not that bad, and start focusing on the little things that are good, right? Because like what is the cliche that like goes all around the social media is like what we focus on grows, right? It's so fucking true. Why do you think it's everywhere? And so like next time you hear somebody talk about how great their life is, like try not to roll their eyes. Like try to like feel into the possibility that it could be really great for you too. Because like when I first started listening to podcasts and shit, and I would hear people talk about how like it's all unfolding, and I'm like learning all the tips and the tricks and like gaining all the knowledge I can around manifesting and changing my life and reprogramming my subconscious mind, right? And choosing over and over again all this shit that I'm always talking about. And I would hear people talk about like how great their life is and how they've been doing this work and it's all starting to like unfold. And I'm just like, for you maybe, like must be nice kind of vibe, because I'm like over here feeling sorry for myself because I'm doing the motherfucking work too, but I haven't, but maybe that's the thing, like the whole time that I was in that energy, in that state of mind, like must be nice, and like thinking that I've been doing the work but haven't been like reaping anything that I've been sowing, I was wrong. Because I'm pretty sure if I would have like stopped to think, I could have found a few things that have come to fruition for me. But because I was so focused on all the shit that I haven't gained yet, that I really wanted, right, more than anything, not realizing that I already had some of the things that I once upon a time wanted more than anything, like it really just fucked me up in the game. Like honestly, even before this work, oh my God, especially most 100%, like definitely before this work, I like was always playing victim in my life. I always felt so sorry for myself, little old me. Like I got dealt a shitty motherfucking hand, and it just was completely unfair. I would get on Facebook and I would be like, oh, I want to live a life like that. I wish I could travel. I wish I could have my own house. Like, oh, I just want my own car. Like once upon a time, all I wanted more than anything was my own vehicle, because legit, like I didn't have a car for 5 years when I got back from rehab, And it's like just a matter of me like thinking like, holy shit, Amber. And just like, sometimes I get in my car and I'm just like, I love my fucking car. I'm so grateful for this car. Like, I don't know. I just like hype myself up about the fact that I even have a car, because I could be walking, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. It really is the little things. But like I used to get on Facebook and just feel sorry for myself and compare my life to everybody else's, not realizing that most of what people post is just like a highlight reel, and also not realizing that like they chose to live a life that way, right? So like I could choose too. Like they're not any better than me. Like God doesn't favor them more than me. Like they're not God's favorites, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, who the fuck says I can't? Oh, me, I'm putting myself in this box. I'm the one identifying with all kinds of crazy shit that doesn't serve me, based off that the hands that I have been dealt in this life, right? Based off of my past experiences and the shame and the guilt and all the insecure, all the shit leading up to this motherfucking point. Like I'm like identifying with certain things based off of those experiences. And then I realized like, oh, I get to fucking choose. You know what I'm saying? I get to decide for myself, just like they fucking did. Even if they did maybe have a better, I don't really know how, like what I'm trying, I know what I'm trying to say. I don't know how to put it. Like maybe they had a better a better hand. Like maybe they were dealt a better hand and it was easier for them, but that doesn't mean that they don't like deal with struggles and like hard times and shit. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that they don't deal with self-doubt and fears and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I realized it was just a matter of like me choosing and deciding for myself that I do get to have this, and realizing that it really wasn't the world against me the whole motherfucking time. It was me against me. And now I'm getting the chilies because this is some real shit, you know?